Ibrahim Hakim, a respected Muslim biomedical engineer at Memorial Hospital, navigates daily prejudice while maintaining his dedication to saving lives through precision technology and finding joy in family prayers. When his dutiful report of suspicious activity transforms him from witness to suspect, Ibrahim must fight a system that sees his faith as evidence of guilt and potentially spark a movement that redefines American justice. Chapter 1. Witness. Ibrahim Hakim checked his watch as he exited the mosque after Friday prayers. He was already running late for his shift at Memorial Hospital, where he'd worked as a biomedical engineer for 15 years. As he hurried across the parking lot, two men in unmarked jackets scrutinized him from a black SUV. Ibrahim noticed but kept walking. He'd grown accustomed to suspicious glances since 9/11, but something about their focused attention made his stomach tighten. The hospital parking garage was unusually quiet. Ibrahim's footsteps echoed between concrete pillars as he made his way to level 3. He was almost at his car when he noticed it, a metallic glint beneath a service van with government plates. Two men in dark clothes were hunched near the vehicle, one securing something underneath. Ibrahim froze. The same instinct that had saved countless patients through carefully calibrated equipment now screamed danger. The taller man looked up, locked eyes with Ibrahim, then whispered to his companion. Ibrahim quickly turned away, fumbling for his keys. His phone buzzed. A text from Dr. Patel asking where the CT calibration report was. Ibrahim typed a quick response and snapped a photo of the van's license plate, feeling safer documenting what he'd seen. He drove to the security office, where Officer Reyes had always been fair to him. "I saw something suspicious," Ibrahim explained, showing him the photo. Reyes frowned. "That's concerning. You did the right thing." On his way to the biomedical lab, Ibrahim passed Detective Wells in the hallway. Wells had been investigating medication thefts, and Ibrahim had helped identify tampered equipment. Their eyes met, and Ibrahim gave a respectful nod. The detective's face hardened. "Mr. Hakim," Wells called, "I'd like a word with you." Ibrahim didn't realize that within an hour, his badge would be confiscated, his locker searched, and his prayer rug, kept for his daily prayers, would be held up as evidence of something far more sinister than devotion. Chapter 2. Accused. "You match a description we received," Detective Wells said, his voice flat as they sat in a sterile hospital conference room. Officer Cantrell stood by the door, hand resting near his holster. Dark complexion, beard, seen near a government vehicle. "Care to explain why you were photographing federal property?" "I witnessed suspicious activity," Ibrahim explained, maintaining his composure. "Two men were placing something under that van. I reported it to security." Wells exchanged glances with Cantrell. "Interesting version of events. We have reports of someone matching your description, tampering with vehicles." Ibrahim's heart raced. "That's absurd. I've worked here for 15 years. Call Dr. Chen. She'll vouch." "Your badge accessing restricted areas multiple times this week," Wells interrupted, dropping a printout on the table. "Care to explain?" "I'm the senior engineer. I calibrate medical equipment in those departments." Wells pulled a small green prayer rug from an evidence bag. "Found this in your locker. What's this for?" "It's a prayer rug. I'm Muslim. I pray 5 times daily." "With Arabic writing on it," Cantrell noted, as if translating a confession. "It's from the Quran," Ibrahim said quietly. Wells leaned forward. "We've received intelligence about hospital infrastructure threats. Someone with technical knowledge, someone with access, someone with..." He paused. "Outside allegiances." The implication hung in the air like poison. "I'm an American citizen," Ibrahim said firmly. "You're coming with us," Wells replied, handcuffs already in hand. "Your cooperation will determine what happens next." As they led him through the hospital corridors, Ibrahim caught the shocked eyes of colleagues. Some looked away. A few stared in disbelief. Only Dr. Patel moved toward him before being blocked by Cantrell. "What evidence do you actually have?" she demanded. "Ma'am, this is an ongoing investigation," Wells said dismissively, but the question lingered as they pushed Ibrahim into the police car. What evidence beyond his faith in his face? Chapter 3. Justice Awakens. The holding cell smelled of industrial cleaner and desperation. Ibrahim sat on the metal bench, head bowed, not in prayer but in disbelief. 15 years of saving lives through properly calibrated equipment, of bringing cookies to staff meetings, of coaching his son's soccer team, all erased by suspicion. "Hakim," a voice called. An older officer with salt and pepper hair unlocked the cell. "Captain wants to see you." In the interview room sat a woman in a pantsuit, her FBI badge displayed on the table. "Mr. Hakim, I'm Special Agent Diaz. Tell me what you saw in that parking garage." Ibrahim recounted the story again, voice steady despite his exhaustion. "Show me the photo you took," she requested. Detective Wells confiscated my phone. Agent Diaz's expression tightened. She left without another word. Meanwhile, at Memorial Hospital, chaos erupted when the service van Ibrahim had photographed was discovered with an explosive device attached to its undercarriage. Security camera footage showed two men, neither of them Ibrahim, planting the device. Dr. Patel had already called Ibrahim Hakim, Ibrahim's wife. A former civil rights attorney now teaching law, Amina immediately contacted the Council on American Islamic Relations and her former colleague at the Justice Department. "My husband has been wrongfully detained," she explained, voice trembling with controlled fury. "He witnessed a crime and reported it. Now he's being treated as the perpetrator." Within hours, the hospital administration reviewed the security footage. Dr. Chen, the chief of medicine, personally vouched for Ibrahim's character and credentials. "He's designed fail-safes that have prevented medication errors," she testified. "He saved more lives through his work than most of our surgeons." By evening, 3 separate investigations converged: the FBI's bomb squad, the hospital's internal review, and CARE's legal team. The evidence was undeniable. Ibrahim had witnessed a genuine threat and reported it. His only crime was being Muslim in the wrong place at the right time. Back at the precinct, Captain Rodriguez entered the holding area, keys in hand. "Mr. Hakim," he said, the formal tone betraying his discomfort. "There's been a development." Ibrahim looked up, eyes weary but unbroken. "The device you reported was real. We owe you an apology." But an apology wouldn't erase the mugshot already taken, the colleagues who had seen him in handcuffs, or the whispers that would follow his children at school. Agent Diaz reappeared, this time with Wells and Cantrell behind her, their expressions stony. "Mr. Hakim," she said, "we need your help to identify the real perpetrators." Chapter 4: The Ripple Effect. 3 weeks later, Ibrahim stood before the hospital board of directors, his voice steady despite the weight of recent events. "What happened to me exposed more than a bomb threat," he said. "It exposed how quickly 15 years of service can be negated by prejudice." The room was silent. The 2 men Ibrahim had spotted were now in federal custody, domestic terrorists targeting the hospital's VA wing. Ibrahim's quick reporting had prevented a massacre. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. The man initially suspected solely because of his faith had saved countless lives, including many veterans. Detective Wells and Officer Cantrell had been placed on administrative leave pending a review of their conduct. The internal investigation revealed a pattern: 7 prior complaints from Muslims, Sikhs, and Middle Eastern Americans, all dismissed as unsubstantiated. Ibrahim hadn't wanted to become a symbol, but his case had ignited something. Local mosques reported increased community support. The hospital instituted mandatory cultural sensitivity training. The police department faced a Justice Department civil rights investigation. "I don't want retaliation," Ibrahim told the board. "I want change." His proposal for a community advisory council, including representatives from various faiths and backgrounds, was unanimously approved. The same prayer rug that had been bagged as evidence now rested in a proper prayer room established in the hospital. At home, Amina wrapped her arms around him. "You could sue them, you know. We'd win." Ibrahim kissed her forehead. "I know, but I'd rather build bridges than burn them." Their son Yusuf looked up from his homework. "Dad, my teacher wants you to speak at our civics class about what it means to be a citizen." Ibrahim smiled, though his eyes remained serious. "I'll tell them it means bearing the responsibility to speak up, even when it costs you." That weekend, Ibrahim visited the precinct, not with lawyers but with homemade baklava. He sat across from Captain Rodriguez, who had personally apologized and initiated departmental reforms. "Why come back here?" Rodriguez asked. "Most people would want to forget this place." Ibrahim considered this. Because change doesn't happen from a distance. It happens face to face. As Ibrahim left the station, a young officer stopped him. "Sir, I'm sorry about what happened. I joined to protect people like you, not persecute them." Ibrahim nodded. "Then remember my face when you meet someone who looks like me. Remember that behind every beard, every hijab, every turban, there's a story just as American as any other." The officer extended his hand. Ibrahim shook it firmly. Sometimes the loudest statement is simply returning to the place that wronged you, standing tall and refusing to let fear, anyone's fear, define your existence. Wow, what a story. And there is more coming. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss a new stories.